Welcome to the video walkthrough for creating an escape room using Google Suite. This is video number 4 in this series of 7 videos. In this video, we will learn how to set up the puzzle. So similar to the previous video, insert the link given to you and you'll be brought to this page and we will make a copy of the puzzle. So for this case, you will see this folder called LIL Clues, Leadership is Language Clues. Open this folder. And we will use group 1 clue 1 for this purpose today. Let's see, group 1 clue 1 over here, right click, make a copy. So doing this saves a copy of the file into your own Google Drive because you're unable to edit this current Google Sheet here as it has been locked by me. So in your own Google Drive, you would see a copy of it, open it, and this is what you will see. Okay, so let me bring you through the different parts of this puzzle first. So this is effectively a Google Sheet which is linked to the dashboard. Alright, it is linked to the dashboard. So notice over here, when I click these various things here, you would see that this is in fact some very simple formulas. So the import range function allows the sheet here to take the data from this particular spreadsheet and this particular reference cell in this particular spreadsheet. So this is in effect the dashboard spreadsheet. So it extracts the information from the dashboard spreadsheet and populates it over into this cell here. So this allows you to do remote changes to the puzzle. So imagine you needed to change a typographical error, or you needed to change the entire puzzle itself. Instead of laboring through the puzzles one by one, you change it all at one shot over here, right? So similar for this is the question. It also imports the question that is set up in the dashboard and that particular cell in the dashboard. Okay, this is the response column, and then this is the unlock key column. This is the chat function, and again, similar to the question column, it takes in the input from the dashboard, from a particular cell in the dashboard, and it plugs it over here, right? This is just a visual illustration which I added in for added effect. If you want to remove this, by all means go ahead, right? Okay. To prevent your end users from editing any of these things here, you would need to lock the cell, right? You would need to protect the sheet. So when you protect the sheet, you will protect everything except this particular cell here. So you will click accept certain cells, and this is the only cell you will not protect because this is where they would need to key in their input. So this is cell B4, right? But every other cell you would protect. Okay. So if you copied the range over, if you copied this sheet over from me, you would have already obtained the sheet that is protected for every single cell except this particular cell. So you notice I just unhid this entire chunk of columns here, and this is in effect the part of the spreadsheet which allows you to control the unlock key review, and also to error check, to check against the response that the person keys in, right? So over here, this part is not formatted because it's hidden. You see a few things here. So number one, the response. The response is effectively a porting of the inputs from here over to here, right? It duplicates the response a few times because it checks it against a whole range of search keys. This is the unlock key, and this unlock key again populates from the dashboard. This search key again populates from the dashboard. Okay. Later on, when everything is done, I will show you how to change this URL such that this puzzle here will import all the data from the dashboard. Okay. So all these key values are from the dashboard, and basically what the code here, the true false code here does is that it searches this entire chunk of responses for this search key, and if this search key is present, it returns a true value. If it is not present, it returns a false value, and it sums it all up over here, right? and this number of question mark depends on the count here, so there's no need to worry about this. The threshold here basically again is imported from the dashboard, and the threshold essentially stipulates what is the count number that must be obtained before the unlock key comes out, right? So over here, notice that the threshold is 2. So in order for the unlock key to be reviewed here, there must be at least 2 trues here, right? Okay, so the review code is actually here. If you want to figure it out, you can look through it, but there's no need to fret about this. The threshold value I set up to max of 5, because going above that makes it extremely difficult to get the responses, especially if you are intending to use phrases or words, right? It means that the person has to get 5 phrases exactly right or 5 words exactly right in their paragraph response before the unlock key reviews itself. So let's do a quick demonstration. So let's see. Now we know that the search keys are Jones, think, broad, focus. So maybe that I'll just craft a random response. Jones must first think broadly and focus on the outcome, right? So you notice that the blue work key comes out because the search key has found true, 4 truths for this response here, right? Okay, so once you have finished looking through or updating this part, you will need to hide all the cells. Just click on cell E, press Ctrl, press Shift, press the right button, and it highlights every single column that is not used. And then you can right click and just hide the columns, right? So later on, we will need to change the URL in this spreadsheet. And you notice actually this URL is the same. So FA0I, FA0I, FA0I. So if I were to unhide this again, this is also FA0I. This search key here is also FA0I, because everything is pulled from the same master dashboard. So later when we do a replace, it is just a matter of pressing Ctrl F, more options. What do you need to find? You need to find this particular URL. And where do you find it? You need to find it within the formulas. And then how do you replace it? What do you replace it with? You replace it with the URL of the dashboard. So once you put it in, just click replace all, and it will automatically replace every single instance of the URL, and you will be done. Okay, so we will go through this again in video number 7, where I will run through how to put them all together. So I will quickly recap this portion in video number 7 as well. Other than that, once you have created this video, once you have created this puzzle, you are free to replicate this by make a copy to as many number of copies as you want. But you should do this only after you have changed the URL in the import range function, right? So I repeat, you don't make the copy first until you have finished changing the URL in the import range function, because doing this would basically make it such that every single sheet you are making a copy of is already the most updated copy. Okay, so that's it for this video, and in the next video I will bring you through how to create the unlock form.